Hi, I'm Catherine, the creator of Shia and the Jetsons Community Preservation of the Promised Land. Okay, so now I had sent my proposal over there to the mayor's office because it's not the president, it's not the governor or the senator. It's the mayor. It's the mayor that owns that well not own they don't own anything, but they're holding everything, right? So so that's who you have to focus on. You have to focus on your city mayor, and your city mayor's office is right downtown. So you know when you go to the library, you know when you go to your public library and you see those $5 Indians and the Mexicans and and those ladies in the library that's going in and out of the city hall building, those are your worst criminals because when we talk about Flint water being poison and all, we're talking about city mayors. When we're talking about handing over the resources, it's all about the city mayors and the resources that they stole from us. I'm telling you. Now, when you see like the white people that are in the mayor's office and you go and they go to the library and they say and they smiling at you and all that, ooh, you can't smile back. You cannot smile back at those people because they're not people. It's like, wow, this whole time when you really realize it, and then when you look into it, like shout out to Black Sahard. She's the one that made a video about me showing other things that I was saying, but what she had on her show was Russell Gold. Type him in. He said that the government ended in 1999. Of course, we know that the government was never supposed to be the government. We know that already, but it really officially ended in 1999. That means whoever was president right after that was pretending. So they're like all of this time. So basically, okay, so this is good news. Let me tell you how this is wonderful news because now we know who we have to focus our energy to letting them know that you know what, there is a person whose name is Catherine. She is the creator of the promised land and she has a right to create the promised land. And I was thinking about NBC News. Forget about them. No, 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 it's the airports. Yeah, it's the airports because the airports are the ones that could have the Jetsons there where we could travel. Because I'm all about creating the Jetsons where it can go off road, on road. It flies. It's a submarine. It's the Jetsons, and you travel from one promised land airport to another. So I sent them the proposal about that. Now I sent them. Okay, I sent them this proposal here. Now, I also put it on the YouTube community post on my post. So I want you to, check that out. Read it. Let me see if I can back that up. Back that up a little more, so you can see it. I don't know, but anyway, if you can see that, but it's you have to now. What have I been doing? Sending this proposal because I found out that I want you to email me. Thank you, my Patreon. Thank you. My Patreon have all of the information. I am going to, yes, I'm going to go ahead and, I put a link on them so you can download this. So I want you guys to download the proposal that I sent to them. And everybody has to have this proposal. It's amazing, really, because you will find out that the mayor and its services is called LAWA. It's called Los Angeles Air. No, it's called Los Angeles Airport World. Okay, so it's all about like airport. So I sent. See, this is the proposal. Let me see, so you can see. This is the proposal I sent to them. Okay, because we have to have our promised land. Okay, that's the airport. That's how it would look. This is our. Go to my website. Okay, go to my website www.catherinepromise.land, and you will see that when you go to the airport, this is what you would have to see, and then you would pick up your Jetsons, or you would stay there and you would travel from one promised land to another. Okay, so here is you see, this is where you would manufacture your Jetsons right there. Okay, and this is what it looks like because it's really a theme park, and it's based off the book that I wrote in 2014. Okay, and you can see the airplane right here that it's all about going to the promised land. See? You see, so, now the mayor is the one who controls chemtrails, all that. I'm trying to tell you, bona fide criminals. So I'm here to, now this is the Shia facility. Okay, here's the Shia facility right here. And when you look above on top, those are the VIP section. The VIP section will be apartments going all the way around. Those are condominium. That's where you would live. Below that will be the fourth floor. That would be the schools and the recreational center for schools to teach you how to run the whole theme park. This will be the theme park area. Around behind that area is where we would live in the Shias, but we would live here too because we would have our individual resort homes to hook up your Shia Jetsons. And then I had to put the profile of what type of people I'm talking about. I'm not talking about black people. I'm not talking about African Americans. I'm talking about gingerbread colored people who will represent us. If you're black, then you're voided of a color, so you're just voided. But if you're African American, then you come from Africa. So you have no really weight, no weight, no root here because you're African American. So we would make the promised land over in Morocco, beautiful country, in Italy, Rome, where all of the Moors are from. That's where you guys are from. If you claim yourself to be that, then that's where you're from, and there's nothing wrong with that because you have a beautiful country in Italy, and that's why we have the Jetsons. I just want you to read this if you guys didn't download it. Okay, just if you could see it. I don't know if it's backwards, but yeah, ooh, this is extra page. Yeah, so and here is the Jetsons. Here is the Jetsons right here. You see this? Now, you would have your Jetsons here, and you would travel in your individual Jetsons from one airport, Promised Land Airport, to another. Now, that airport the airport would link itself to the nature center. Now, the airport I'm talking about, type it up, 5600 West Century Boulevard. It's right off the shore, right off the coast. Beautiful area. It has an RV center right there. It has right there. You know what I'm saying? So it's perfect. That's what I'm saying. And it's up for bid. So I bid for it, and they said that it ends June 6th. But with me, it doesn't end because I had already bid for it, and I sent in my certificate. The problem is they haven't got back with me. That's the problem. You see what I'm saying? So that's who you have to email. Now I'm going to leave an email to his name is Dave Jones. He's a Caucasian. He is behind the mayor. They're together. Mayor is Eric Garcetti. Okay, acting mayor, right? And you have to email those people and say, yes, Catherine has sent you the proposal about the Jetsons. She is the creator of the Jetsons. Go ahead and give her the keys to the airport that you're advertising for people to bid on. What is it? What, I can't have the bid? Of course it's my bid. Of course I'm gonna have the bid. In fact, I'm more entitled to getting the bid than anybody else because I'm indigenous. The people that work for them, there is one that's called, I don't know if it's a man or a woman, Danielle. He or she has wonderful services that we need for our establishment. Also, there's another one, Pamela Jackson. Hers is it's called On-Call Diversity. Hers is really nice because hers is all about justice. And what I mean by justice, and what she means by justice is, well, my standards is that allow us to go ahead and travel from one promised land to another without being pulled over or stopped by the police and everything like that. That's justice, just to basically, for the Caucasian, Mexicans, $5 Indians to just please mind your own business because you did steal our land. And when you see these people in the library and they're smiling at you, there's nothing to smile about at these people. You say, oh, you work in the mayor's office. Oh, did you know that you guys are, on my resources? Yeah. So, don't do the recompense. No, email Don Jones. He is holding the airport. I sent him my proposal. Please email Don Jones. It's right below the description, so you can let him know. Hi, Catherine sent you the email. Don Jones. No, it's not Don Jones. It's Dave Jones. Excuse me. Dave Jones. That's his name. Oh, this is a blank piece of paper. His name is Dave Jones. Okay, and he is holding the airport with the mayor, and the mayor have to hand over the resources. But these are the people that we're talking about. We're talking about people like myself, gingerbread colored people, gingerbread colored Negroes, indigenous. We are indigenous. So we're not saying that we're from Africa, because we're not. We're from here based on our great great grandparents, uh, Daru's commissioner testimony, at the commissioner's testimony in every mayor's office, senate office. In 1830s, our great great grandparents was in court saying, hey, you stole our land and resources and airports, because we had airports. I told you. Please look at my video and look at the link. You will see, when you see this link, you will see that we were literally shot out of airports, temples, stores. I mean, you name it, we were shot out of it. Okay, so I'm just showing you the proposal. If you didn't download it, so these are your Jetsons. You get it for free. Not only the gingerbread people get it. If you're African American, you will be able to be in the theme park services. And then if you claim yourself to be from Morocco and you're African American, then we would have to create the promised land there, so you can go back and forth, because that's very important that you say exactly what you are. Tell the truth. Don't lie. It's important to tell the truth. If you're more, okay, you're entitled to your promised land in Morocco, because Italy, Rome, all those beautiful areas is still linked to Africa. It's just a lake that's crossing it. It's not even really a lake. It's still connected. So you're really in North Europe. Africa is North Europe, or Europe is North Africa. Actually, let me rephrase that. Europe is North Africa. And so if you claim yourself to be Egyptian because you're from, like Sarah Sudan said, yes, he would have his in Cairo. Now we have a Cairo here. That's why I want to make the promised land in Cairo. We have a Cairo we have a Cairo in Utah. So in Utah, there's a Mount Zion, and then there is it's Zion in Utah, Texas. There's a Zion really in every state, Pennsylvania, New York, especially Chicago. It's Cairo in Chicago. So we're talking about creating the promised land, in areas where we were taken from, all over here. And then we can have our Jetsons to go back and forth to, wherever. But let me see. Yeah, I wanted to show this other page, but still, we never came from Africa. We were always here. So this is what's good. This is what's wonderful news about it. It's because now we know who's who. We know who actually is holding our things and have to release it. And it only takes time and pressure, because they already know that they're guilty. That's why they're having a hard time, emailing me back saying you. And see, this is the problem here. This is what they'll say. Now, I had put the information in the email on who I'm talking about. Lisa Flanellier, she is the one that's holding the airport, that where you would have to go to her, but no, it's really the mayor and Dave Jones. I'll put that link. You tell the mayor, and I'll give you the link to him, the email. Say, hi, Catherine just emailed you the proposal. Now they'll say, well, we told Catherine to fill out the application. No. You have to accept her proposal, and then it has to coincide with your proposal. But your proposal is too difficult, over 150 pages, like you're doing it on purpose. Like everybody that was told they had to fill this out and do this in order to get the services that they need to help humanity, they can't have it difficult for the one who is indigenous and who has the proposal. You can't make it difficult. Here, right here, this is the proposal. You can't. This is my proposal to the mayor, I mean, and to Dave Jones, who is holding all the airports. The Los Angeles airport is linked to every airport that in every state. So your airport is linked to the mayor. So your mayor, and well, Dave Jones and the mayor here, Eric Garcetti, has to call and contact every single city mayor, right? So to let them know that there's a portion of the airport that I'm gonna have to have. I'm gonna have to maintain it because I'm the creator of the promised land who bid for the property that's up for grabs because they emailed me and said it. But I guess they didn't know I guess they didn't know I was black or something because my name is Catherine Irvin. So I guess my name would appear different to other people. But when they found out that it's me, now they got a problem with that. So see, now you have to email them and say, oh, no, you're going to hand over Catherine. You're going to accept her proposal right here. You're going to accept her proposal because these are the people who, this is the bid number. See, this is the bid number. Okay. See, they own water and power. They are holding water and power. Do you know what that means? That means that the Flint, Michigan mayor, oh man, the reason why he was cussing everybody out, when that water hit, when it poisoned everybody, the mayor cussed out everybody because he knew he was at fault and he was trying to look big and bad, like, well, this is the way it is, or whatever, because he knew that it was coming down on him. And that was a black man, I think, or a councilman that took the brunt of the water being, but they own water and power. So they're the ones that tell you to pay rent on your own land. They're the ones that the mayor and the services is telling you to pay for water and power. Resources that's already yours. And I'm not talking about black people. You can pay rent because you voided. I'm not talking about African Americans because you claim African American, so you're over there. I'm talking about gingerbread indigenous people. You should really come up out yourself and really say something about it. Say, you know what? I know I'm indigenous, but why am I paying for water and rent and everything? And this is mine. And you're making it so difficult for me to live on my own land. Why is that? Because you never said anything to it's the mayor. They got everybody thinking that vote for the president, vote for the senator, the governor. Forget about them. I mean it. In fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say it. Trump is a criminal. All of them. Trump is a bona fide criminal because he know that the mayor is holding all of our resources. It is the root chakra. When you look at how they have the president, it's like a lotus flower thing, right? Well, the president they have on top, it's really the mayor that's on top, that's controlling everything because they're on the ground. They're the ones that have the police department to tell you that you being evicted out your apartment. The mayor tells you that, and they're holding all the resources. Look, they own water and power. This is a bid where you can bid on the whole electricity system, and you can say how you want it to be run. Well, this is how it should be run. Where the gingerbread people like myself, who is saying that I'm indigenous, I'm Negro, and Negro indigenous gingerbread person. I like to say gingerbread person, gingerbread woman, gingerbread man. I don't really like to say, but if you say, you have to say what we are. That is written on the Darus. You have to go back. If you talk to them, you got to speak in their language so they can understand, because we're going back to when it happened to us. So, what was written was Negro, Swarte, gingerbread person, freed Negro, Creekman. If you call, well, no, I'm a Creekman. I'm free Creekman because you're from the creek and you're free. See, you can't say African American or black. You have to say exactly where you come from. Well, I'm from Chickasaw, Choctaw. You have to say that because the $5 Indians stole those names from you. They're not from here. They're from Russia and Bulgaria because they walked and came down from Alaska. Type in United States U.S. Congress Archives. They will show you where the $5 Indians actually are native to, not even indigenous, but you're native to Russia. And you're the one that was eating the live caribou. What's caribou? Cattle. You eat it raw, you know, live caribou. So if you can't eat live caribou, I'm talking about $5 Indians, Chinese, and Caucasians. They're all one and the same from Russia. And they all came down here with the Moors, all of them. So that's why I say, if you are a Moor, then, you know, you're going to have to claim yourself to be a Moor so that you can, you know, have your place in the promised land. And I think everybody has their own promised land in their country because we're entitled to our own rights and our own resources, whether you're good or bad. If you're a bad, well, I'm only speaking to good Moors, not the bad Moors, but the good Moors. If you're a good Moor, then you should say, yes, I am from Italy, I am from Morocco, because you are. You're from France and all that. That's your country. So, but anyway, I'm only focusing on the gingerbread people here to get in our airports because we should be moving forward, okay? And so every single city should have gingerbread promised land services in the airport where we could travel uh, from one national park center or oceanside front area to another. So from one oceanside, because mine is the oceanside, because I'm in California off the beach. That's where the airport is at. That's where it's located at, and that's the bid. So when you look at the community section on my website, on my YouTube, you will see what it looks like. That's what it looks like. That's the airport. So yeah. So I'm just saying, like, from one to, so it's gonna take like probably 13 different states. Well, each state from California to, let's say, Baltimore, because that's where I really want to start at. From Baltimore all the way up to Pennsylvania to Chicago, going all through, going towards, like, you know, towards California, and then Florida. So airports, that is our focus because that's where our Jetsons is at. Okay, so this is kind of like it's not, I don't want to say reparations because it's just your entitlement. It's just an entitlement. It's recompense. It's just it's what you're owed. It's what you have to have anyway, and it's yours. It's not that you don't have it. It's just you haven't claimed it, and you have to claim it through this mayor here, Eric Garcetti, because I bidded on it. And if we start it here, then the resources will have it nationwide. So if we started here in California, Los Angeles, California, the address, no, forget the address, but I'll tell you the address anyway, 5600 West Century Boulevard. But you want to email them, just email them. Say, hi, yes, Catherine gave you the proposal, and you wanted you wanted everyone to bid because it's up for grabs. Okay, well, the right one had bid it. So if she bid it for it, then hand it over. And no, she don't have to fill out no other papers than the papers you already signed because I filled out the certificate that I bid it on the date. It was May the 9th. So I bid it on May 11th actually. May 11th I went to and May 19th I went to the meeting and you guys ran away. You thought I wasn't going to show up, but you still have to hand over the deed and the keys because I bid it on it. See? And there's 3 different services that I bidded on it, you know, to complete the services of Shia and the Jetsons. So I'm really, really happy. This is exciting because I can see the promised land. But now also in the promised land, there's going to be people who are herbalists that'll be in there, like herbalists, and we'll be able to eat the right foods and eat, you know, drink the right type of water and everything because we have to have that. Now, it doesn't take away from any other airport services that you guys already have up and running. It's just our services in our, it could be 2,000 acres, 2,000, 3,000 acres, leading to the ocean side or leading to the National Park Center areas. And it's a theme park. So we would have to have that in every, almost every city. See, and it looks like this. So This is really good. Now go on my website, www.catherine. You see, these are yours. Now you would have a home, a little small resort home, like a 3 to 4 bedroom, a resort home that hooks up your Jetsons to it, and then you have a little house. Now that the house will be connected to the Shia facility. This right here. This would be on the same lot, like this. See, it'll be on the same lot, and this is the sectional area that we need, and it's perfect. Look at the landscape of it. Everybody is entitled to it. Everybody's entitled to report to your local airport, promised land area, to pick up your Jetsons. Isn't that nice? For free, yeah, for free. Now the only people that will pay. Now, of course, we'll rent out our Jetsons to anyone of any race, any color, because, well, good people, of course, because you have to if you want to travel, then you would be able to rent it out. Now, the money and the proceeds that are generated from the okay, from the now here I want you to see him. He's a really good herbalist.
Climb on in. I know my last live that was actually taken down that I did Tuesday was very, very muffled. So before we go live
Okay,
today,
he's
I
a really
actually
good
want to make
herbalist. It's
sure that y'all can hear me well. It's
master
not muffled.
herbalist
Y'all can see me
Yaki.
good, and my audio is A1. So y'all climb on in.
Yaki.
Let me know if you can see me.
www.
Let me know if you can hear me.